When I tell people that I'm a teaching artist and they say, exactly what do you do? I find one of the most rewarding things that I get out of teaching is walking in these classrooms and you see the faces of young people light up because they see people who look like them. And it's not just on a television. It doesn't have a screen. You're right there. You're really tangible to them. They can reach out and they can touch you. I think that's so important. I think that's a way as artists we can give back to young people. I mean, you can't. It's priceless.
We go into the classrooms with a workshop that we're going to facilitate, and it is beautiful seeing that we are opening a space in which sometimes kids can express themselves, in which they can reflect about their lives and how they make sense about the world through the arts.
It was interesting. We were creating pieces with the kids around Neverland and what that would mean to them if they had a Neverland. And the honesty with which they dreamt of brought me to my knees, really. One girl wanted her father, who was in prison, to come back. And that was really humbling and really gave me a sense that the arts, it's no joke that they can have a profound effect and a positive effect on kids' lives.
We're not trying to turn these young people into professional actors or professional dancers or jugglers or clowns, but just by virtue of being in that room, in that circle, playing, you just know that you've changed a student's way of looking at things. You just see it in their eyes just change.
I was teaching a lesson plan that had something to do with puppetry, and at the beginning of the lesson plan my teaching partner said, "Do you guys know what a puppeteer is?" And this little girl raised her hand right away, and we called on her and she seemed so confident, and she said, "It's when a puppet cries."
We sat down to do some creative writing and some journaling, and the littlest one raised his hand, and I walked over and I was like, can I help you with something, or what can I do? And he just smiled really largely and said, I like this.
I was in a workshop for the New Victory a couple years ago in the Bronx, and one of the students came up and said, "That was really fun. Is your last name McRae?" And I said, "Yes, my last name is." And it turned out that she was a student I had worked with my very first year as a teaching artist in New York City. And she was now a senior in high school. And she expressed that she had been so inspired by teaching artists and the work we'd done with her that she had decided to go on to study theater. And she was going to college on a theater scholarship.
I have had a student named Svi for the last 3 years, and Svi is autistic, and when he first started coming here, he was extremely nonverbal. This year, Svi was talking to kids and taking initiative and being a leader, and my teaching partner and I were both just blown away and heartwarmed by the fact that what we do here has become a vehicle for Svi to find his voice.
We were having a conversation in one classroom during a residency about race. And you know, there are a number of different theories about how many races there are. There's a theory that says there are 3 races, there's a theory that says there are 9 races. And when I casually talked about that, one of my students raised his hand and said, I know how many races there are. And I said, oh really, how many? And he said, 1, the human race.